Here we have the new 2025 Toyota Corolla. This one comes in the SE trim level in Celestite Gray Metallic, and then we have black and red fabric interior. For the powertrain, we get a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine that's mated to a continuously variable transmission. As we come around to the front end here, we do get our LED headlamps along with the LED daytime running lights. The lights don't dance like that. That's just how my camera's picking them up. But I absolutely love the SE trim. I love how this has more of like a Corolla front facial look here. It just, it looks very sporty, but it's the SE trim. It's what you should expect. Down here to these wheels, these are gonna be 18-inch alloy. I like those, and I like how they kind of pair with the accents of the car as well. We get passive keyless entry on the front, and then to the door panel here, power mirror controls. We have our power door lock controls, one-touch up and down windows on all 4 doors. We don't have blind spot monitors, but we do get the Safety Sense 3.0, and bottle holder there, auto high beams, hood release, trunk release, and then we have our gas cap release there, all-weather mats, manual tilt telescoping steering wheel, and then here we have our manual 6-way driver's seat. I really love the design of the seat itself. Even though it's fabric, I love the accents, and I like how comfortable the almost like mesh cloth is in the middle. So this feels more like a traditional fabric, and then this is softer to the touch. But I want to give a huge thanks to John Roberts Toyota here in Manchester, Tennessee for allowing me to review this car today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second or third link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get to the best price on this or whatever vehicle you might be interested in. Now, space back here, not bad. In the Corolla Cross, you get a bit more headroom here. I mean, my hair is barely brushing against the headliner there, but it's still touching. No seat back pockets here, but 2 USB-C charge ports. And there's a view of the front. This middle seat does fold down though. Bottle holders are in the middle. Grab handle here. Now child locks are right there. Lock, unlock there. Gas cap here, it'll take regular fuel, no problem. As we come back around to the back of the car, pretty good cargo space, I think. And if you lift this up, you do have a jack and a spare underneath. But again, good sized trunk space, I think, for a car like this. And I apologize for the dirt. They're doing construction across the street, mixed a little bit of pollen, but nice look there. I believe we do get the LED brake lights, which is nice. Now, as we come around to the rear passenger side, there's the seats, and then you do have the top tethers integrated behind the seats themselves. If you want to fold the seats down, push this button in for this seat, and then for this larger right side, you push that in. It's kind of hard to do. My hand's in the way, but it'll fold flat. You can run longer objects through to the front. And then we have our lower anchors behind these covers down below. And then as we come around to the window sticker, I might have crushed it up a little bit with the window, but 31 city, 40 highway, 34 combined. There are the crash test ratings. You all could pause anywhere to take a closer look at anything else. But pretty good price here. Suggested retail price $27,277. So under 30 grand by quite a bit, which is great. And then we have our manual 4-way front passenger seat here. Glove compartment there with the owner's manuals. Now as we come back around to the engine bay, there's that 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. Now before we hop in the driver's seat, just a quick look at the blinkers. And we do have them in the side mirror as well. And then LED up front. But nice soft text wrap steering wheel here. I like how nice it feels. There's the horn sound. Now over here to the radio, we do get the Experience Drive Connect, which gives us cloud navigation as well as destination assist, intelligent assistant. Audio sources, we do get AM, FM, XM, along with Apple Music, Amazon Music, Bluetooth, wireless CarPlay, and Android Auto compatibility. And then over here in our vehicle menu, we have our trip info, our vehicle alerts, and then our settings here, our general settings include language and units that we can change there. And then you have the Wi-Fi, the sound and media, you can adjust your levels there, sound tuning, so the bass, treble, and all that. So I mean, pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy to use. We do get a volume knob here on the side, so we can turn the volume up or down, and then click to turn the audio source off. Hazards here. Backup cameras there. So it's just kind of that stagnant view. And down below we get the single zone automatic climate control. So fan speed can be adjusted here. The auto mode can be turned on, and then you adjust the fan speed to turn it off. You can turn the eco heat and cool off, and you can change the fan direction here. You can cut the whole system off here, toggle the AC compressor there. Now down here you get a USB-C port. This links directly to the radio. You can put your phone there while it's on that port. I love that we have drive modes, so we can toggle those here: eco, normal, sport, and your traction control buttons here as well. And then hit the brake, pull this lever, reverse, neutral, drive, and then you have your engine braking there if you want to use that. Automatic brake hold here, electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down and disengage. Center console cubby space here, you get a 12 volt and a USB-C. And there's a look at the back seat from up here. Lights are there. Vanity mirror. And then left side stalk, blinkers, high beams. And then right side stalk, you have your intermittent wipers. So one time off, intermittent low, high. You can adjust that intermittent frequency here. And then left side of the steering wheel, we can use these 4 arrows, this OK button and this back button to go through the settings here. So we do have, gotta clear my throat, sorry. Tire pressure monitors there, our settings we can go through, and then you have messages there when applicable. Volume controls here, voice recognition. This mode button goes to your audio sources. You can go through your track list or radio station presets here, and then you can change between adaptive and regular cruise, turn the lane keeping system on, and then when everything's on, you can use the driving support system there, set your speed here. Push button start. Finally, here is the key fob. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 Corolla SE out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Corolla SE, again, I like that we have different drive modes here. I'm in Eco now, and it does a pretty good job getting up to speed in my opinion. It's not overly fast, but I mean, again, for it to be naturally aspirated 4-cylinder with a CVT, it feels about what the Sentra feels like, which is a direct competitor there. So I feel like the Sentra might be a bit faster, or it might just have a little bit less strain on the engine. But I think you get about the same fuel economy here though. Now with that being said, I like the looks of this SE better than the Sentra SV. The SR is a good looking car. It's about what and what with this SE here though. So they're pretty much both going after the same target demographic in my opinion. But it's very easy to drive this car. It's how you would expect it. It's a 4-door compact car, and that's exactly how this feels behind the wheel. Now, I've pretty much been talking all day, so I apologize. I feel like my voice is starting to go out just a tad. Or it could be my allergy pill wearing off. I don't know. So if I have to keep clearing my throat, I apologize. But I do think this is an interesting car. It's efficient, obviously. It's small, obviously. But the interior feels, specifically from the front seat, it feels a bit more like the Camry than the Camry does. I feel like there's a lot of room here. The headroom is great. It's again, a relatively simple car to drive, but I love the buttons and knobs. Even though you don't have climate controls on the screen like pretty much everyone else, these buttons still feel modern. I still feel like I'm in a new car. I don't feel like I'm in a 2018 Corolla. But then I also like the engine braking feature as well. That's a nice touch. It's something you don't get in a lot of cars, I feel. You get the limiter, but the engine braking to me just feels better. And me being used to driving one pedal in an EV, I really like that drive mode. But speaking of which, again, just having that Eco, Normal, and Sport makes a big difference in how capable this car can be if you want to try and maximize your power. But in terms of how it drives, it's good all the way around. The ride isn't stellar, but it's decent. The steering dynamics are good. The road noise is not overly intrusive. The wind noise, not really noticing that yet. I'll have a bit more info on it as we get on the interstate. But it's driving like a Corolla, and that's one of the reasons the Corolla sells, because of the driving dynamics, their footprint, and their price. I'm gonna turn there we go. I had an auto, I don't know if the lights are on now because the sun's starting to go down, but in the auto mode, the screen went black as I was sitting in the parking lot getting ready to drive. So I'm assuming that it adjusted for it getting darker out, or the car felt it got darker out. But I do love that we have the adaptive cruise, the lane centering on this Corolla SE. So I'm gonna put it into normal mode just for a second to see if I can notice a noticeable difference. And it has a bit more throttle output. When you put your foot in it just a tad, it pulls pretty well. So the Eco mode is definitely limiting the powertrain there. We're gonna put in a Sport now. Here we go. So I was not flooring it by any means. And I had a window down, so I apologize. But it got up to speed really well. I want to give one more thanks to John Roberts Toyota here in Manchester, Tennessee, for allowing me to review this car today. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these, new or pre-owned, closer to home, click one of those links down below. Second or third, takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on a Corolla or whatever vehicle you might be interested in. But if you listen, it's relatively quiet in here on the interstate, which is surprising, I think, for a car that's this small. But this SC is a great option, me personally, I would probably put on some, I love the color combo here, but I would love for it to be like a custom leather interior, like black and red. And I feel like I could do that and get like a premium feeling car, because everything else is pretty nice. The AC controls, the steering wheel, just having all the buttons there, the shifter, everything feels good. Just the fabric seats, they look great, but they just don't feel as premium. And if there's a way to get a power seat on this driver's side, that would make this an A1 car, I think. Especially to be in this price range. But it's relatively practical. It's just, fuel economy's good, power output's good, interior's nice. Again, the seats look good for what they are. But very usable, again, to have such a small footprint here. But if you're in the market for something like this, I mean, there are very few cars. You have the Sentra. You have, I don't even know what Hyundai has left. Kia has the K4. But cars may be making a comeback, and this would be one of the reasons. I think it's a solid option in the compact sedan segment. So with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Toyota Corolla in the SC trim level.